Guys, it's happened. It's finally happened. We finally have the official announcement of Rugby League 26, at least in the Super League, and it has been confirmed July 17th is going to be the release date, just like we suspected. We have the cover up, we have screenshots, we're going to take a look at all that sort of stuff, but just want to say, guys, we've waited so long for this, so it is time to enjoy it, it's time to hype it up, and also it's time to take a look at the cover art. Keep in mind, this is obviously the Super League version. It's been announced by the Super League too, so I'm assuming the NRL, just like it was kind of suspected, possibly tweeted about, the NRL is probably going to be launching it themselves as well. But for the UK cover, we do have two players on the screen. We have a female, we have a male. Apologies, I don't know who the girl is, but the male player is 20-year-old Wigan star Junior Nsemba. Apologies if that's not actually how you pronounce it. Like, I'm not too familiar with the Super League. I honestly don't really know who the player is, if I'm being completely honest with you. And in the past, when I was talking about cover stars, I was saying that they don't necessarily have to be the biggest and best player. And in terms of games previously, they've always sort of gone with someone who's pretty good, not the absolute superstars, but they're always pretty decent, apart from maybe like Cameron Smith, someone like that. I'm sort of looking at your Braithen Asters and your Steve Price and stuff, you know, pretty solid players, but not, you know, out and out superstars. So that seems to be what they've gone with in terms of the Super League version. Maybe we get something completely different in terms of the NRL, but it is a really nice cover. Reminds me of, I think EA, FC, FIFA did some sort of similar cover a little while back. You've got the Super League logo as kind of like the outline, and then you've got the two players in the middle. You got the blue and red sort of combination as well. I'm assuming the NRL might do green, I'm guessing. It seems to be sort of, you know, the color scheme that the NRL goes with, but remains to be seen. But that is the cover. Very, very exciting news. But I feel like the cover, like, it's cool and all, but in terms of us NRL fans, we kind of want to see who's on the Australian version or the New Zealand version. So, like, it's cool, but what we do want to see is the screenshots. And obviously, once again, it's going to be Super League. It is Super League, who have announced it. But I'm going to take a look at the first screenshot. You can see on the screen now, I believe this is the cover star going in to score a try. I've taken these off the Instagram, so they are sort of cut down a little bit. You can find the proper ones where it takes up the whole screen and stuff, but just for the purpose of this video, I've gone with the Instagram ones. But just in this first one, I think it looks absolutely amazing. The diving animation, hopefully, is a lot better than the previous ones. Won't hold my breath on that, but in this first screenshot, you can just tell that, yeah, they have definitely done player scans, they've done facial scans, because sometimes in previous ones, they kind of look like the player, but you could tell that they kind of, you know, made it themselves or whatever, whereas this one, this looks, I'm not going to say lifelike, I'm not going to go that far, but it definitely is a major improvement on what we've seen in previous games. It does look like the rugby game, looks like the AFL game. It is to be expected, a lot more technology since the previous Rugby League games have come out, but I think this one looks really cool. The second one we're going to look at is actually the girl. So obviously there's a girl on the cover, the women are in the game, like, so that's going to be really cool. We already knew the NRLW players were getting face scanned. I'm assuming the Super League was probably the same, but they actually look really good, and in comparison to Rugby League Live 4, where they look bodgy as, like, it just looked nothing like the players. I think it's really cool. Let's take a look at also the tackle animation. We can see a two-woman tackle, and also you can kind of see like the sponsors and stuff, well, just how the jersey looks. I think it looks really, really good, really, really crisp. We also get to take another look at a player a bit more close up. I wish I knew who these players were so I could give you proper comparisons, but I believe it's a St. Helens player. You get to take a look at like another angle, the shadows, stadium in the background. Obviously, everything just it looks so nice and crisp, and that's probably what I'm going to keep repeating, but everything looks so nice. It does look next gen. That's all I got to say about that one. Also worth noting, between the first three that we've seen is also like different body shapes. It's not just some blanket one where they, you know, they've chucked a face scan on, changed the height. Kind of how like when I make a player on the fan hub or something, like they all just kind of have the same body. The only thing that really changes is the hair and the skin color and the height, and that's about it. So you can tell they've actually spent a little bit of time, you know, kind of coming up with realistic body shapes of what the actual players are. Now moving on to the fourth screenshot, which is actually the one I've used in the thumbnail, and also it seemed to be predominantly St. Helens versus Warrington, I believe, in the background, and it's St. Helens just destroying Warrington by the looks of things. Worth noting is that it's a Super League and they're using a Steeden ball when I think they use a different type of ball. I can't remember off the top of my head what brand they use, but it's definitely not a Steeden these days. But it is cool to see the Steeden there, but yeah, streaking away with the ball. Nothing really to note. Kind of when I'm looking at these, they are very similar to the ones we did get Rugby League Live 4, Rugby League Live 3, but I mean, like, what do you expect? It's just screenshots. But this is where the beauty is. This is the one that I really like, and it is the stadium. And I believe this is Wembley. I've seen people say it's Wembley. If I'm wrong, apologies, but obviously it is a stadium in England. I don't live in England, so I'm not exactly familiar with every Super League stadium, but I'm pretty sure this is Wembley, which would make sense seeing they just did promote it in Wembley at the Challenge Cup final. To be honest, at first I did think it was Suncorp, then I was like, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, it looks absolutely phenomenal. It looks so nice. The attention to detail is crazy with this stadium. Also seeing it packed out, I think it looks really cool as well. Obviously just like even like the outside of the arena, or you know, we saw in the previous ones like the shadows, we saw little things like that. Just the attention to detail, it's absolutely amazing, and I'm intrigued to see what it looks like at, say, a Suncorp, or at a core stadium, at the Olympic Stadium. Imagine like State of Origin, and we get to take a look at this same image, but like a State of Origin version with 80,000 people there. I think that would be absolutely insane. But guys, those are the screenshots. Like really, there's not too much to really say and talk about, because obviously it's not like actual in-game footage. Well, it is in-game footage, but it's not like we're looking at angles that we're going to be playing or anything like that, or the players running out, cinematic things. It's just kind of, they've taken screenshots, obviously, of the game being played. So I think it's cool that they're not kind of, I don't know, doing like make-believe sort of fake ones that some other games do. So like when you go and play the game, it looks completely different. I think we are seeing animations we're going to see in the game. But yeah, I'm so excited. Obviously, you can tell we've waited so long for this, so for it to finally happen, it's absolutely insane. And also the fact that we've got the release date too confirmed, with the box art, we got some screenshots, we got everything we wanted. Now we just need the NRL to announce it. I mean, like, it's already announced with Super League. Just come on, NRL, stop playing around. But guys, I'm gonna wrap things up here. Hopefully you did enjoy that. Hopefully you're excited for Rugby League 26. Hopefully it lives up to the hype, and hopefully you come back to the channel for more content. I am your home of Rugby League 26. Stay tuned for more. Hopefully we're going to get some more screenshots, maybe a teaser, maybe a trailer coming up very soon, especially with Origin being on Wednesday. So don't be surprised if we get something then. But guys, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next one. See yous. Well, that's the end of this video. If you happen to enjoy it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. You know the drill at this point. Everybody YouTuber says it. Just go ahead and do it. It'd really help me out. Also, why not go ahead and check out some of these other videos that are on the screen right now.